General, I have a question for you, and I wanted to ask you this for a long time. You know, all these elements who radicalize youth, whether it's done in madrasas or it's done, from the pulpit of a mosque or it's done somewhere else. Why can't the security forces go after these elements wherever they may have come from? Whether they've come from across the border, whether they've come from a state in the rest of our country. Why can't such elements be arrested, NSA put on them and put them in jail?
Gaurav, you're right. A lot of this has been done in the recent past. But you have to, I think everyone needs to understand, India is a democracy. India is still comparatively, in terms of, looking at its security, doesn't follow the Israeli kind of doctrine of getting after everything proactively and targeting and impinging. We do it through soft power to a great extent. But I do agree with you, it could be done, but the coercive action of that kind may have a more lasting effect in terms of psychological issues and things like that. We have tried the softer route. But I'm sure if the softer route doesn't finally work out, it will have to be, the coercive methods will have to be used. I'm happy to see that today, many of the methodologies of counter-radicalization have come to the fore. And
because imagine Kashmir,
they are succeeding.
Yes, sir. Kashmir had gone, from that time, Irfan Hafiz Loan, I'm sure you remember, mosque loudspeakers were used for that Ralev, Galev, Chalev kind of slogans, telling Kashmiri Pandits to run away from the valley and leave their women behind or convert to Islam. I hope you realize that was a black spot in Kashmir's history. I hope you also realize that the real test of Kashmiriyat, sir, and this Ganga Jamuni Tehzeeb that we hear so much about is Kashmiri Hindus should get back to the valley to follow their religion, they follow their way of life. Ganga Jamuni Tehzeeb cannot be a one-way street, sir.
Yes, we want restoration of Kashmiri brotherhood. That is really our
that should have been the first thing on your mind.
Whatever happened, that was barbaric. Listen. I'm simply saying, see, Garo, being a nationalist, people make mockery of me. They laugh at me. They say you talk a lot about your country. And see the Kashmir, which is with our neighbor. They have that very Kashmir. They have their own prime minister. They have president.
अरे सर वो नौकर है पाकिस्तानियों के. They have a prime minister, sir. सर क्या बात कर रहे हो? वो नौकर है. वो पाकिस्तान के नौकर है. वो चाइना के नौकर है. सर दिमाग खोलो अपना, सर. I mean,
उनके पास राष्ट्रपति, उनके पास प्रधानमंत्री, जो उनके पास कश्मीर है,
जो सुबेदार के नीचे काम करता है, पाकिस्तान आर्मी के सुबेदार का नौकर है वहां का प्राइम मिनिस्टर. सर दिमाग खोलो अपना.
आपके पास यूटी है. जरा इस बात को समझिए. किसको हम
भगवान क्या सर really General Hasnain, I have last 30 seconds on the show. I do not want to respond to this. General Hasnain, you want prime minister like in Pakistan occupied Kashmir? Really, General Hasnain, sir?
If Pakistan occupied Kashmir की बात करेंगे इरफान साहब तो then it's actually laughable. You should be comparing it with some other entity somewhere else जहाँ पर कोई democracy है and things like that. Looking across the line of control, if you today do a survey within Pakistan-occupied Kashmir, I can tell you almost everyone will say they would rather join with Jammu and Kashmir, this side, rather than remain as a part of Pakistan. This is a reality today. Have you seen the state of the economy? Have you seen the state of the human rights within Kashmir, within Pakistan today at the moment? I don't think this argument can gel at all, Irfan Saab.
But maybe Irfan Saab would want to go across and take a look firsthand of what, and Salman Nizami, I'm sorry I've run out of time on this part of the show, but maybe you would have liked to enlighten Irfan.